So, this morning, Rockstar announced that they've acquired the creators of FiveM, CitizenFX.re. This was very clearly a shock to literally everyone. It was trending, it went viral, big news in general. And it was very well received at first by the community. But due to the disaster of the Trilogy Remaster and the shocking pricing of Red Dead Redemption 1, I feel like there's something missing here. There really is something wrong, and I'm worried that the future of FiveM may be compromised by its new owners. But with that being said, welcome to GameReport. Today, I will be discussing the potential negatives of Rockstar's acquisition of FiveM. Please keep in mind this is pure speculation, and not an accusation in any way. For those who are unaware, CitizenFX is a development tool enabling enhanced experiences for rage titles. This includes FiveM, a modification for Grand Theft Auto 5, enabling you to play multiplayer on customized dedicated servers. Those unaware of FiveM may be aware of NoPixel, which is arguably FiveM's largest server. NoPixel also popularized Grand Theft Auto Roleplay by hosting various streamers, creators, and celebrities. Speaking of streamers, an overwhelming majority of viewership on Twitch from Grand Theft Auto 5 comes from FiveM, and it is likely the biggest reason Grand Theft Auto 6 hasn't been announced yet. But Rockstar and FiveM's relationship hasn't always been this smooth. Most notably, in 2015, Rockstar actually blacklisted the creators of FiveM from all Rockstar titles due to claims that the software could facilitate piracy. However, FiveM hastily corrected this by implementing a token checker to make sure your copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 is legitimate. Since then, they have had a working relationship, and in 2022, Rockstar updated their policy to cover roleplay servers. This policy better outlined what is and is not allowed by Rockstar. This includes misusing the Rockstar Games brand or its IP. This is to prevent server owners from misleading players to believe a server or content is an official Rockstar Games product. Integration of real-world brands, including vehicles, manufacturers, and sports teams, especially when the server is being paid to promote the product. Integration of characters and content from non-GTA or non-Rockstar IPs. And lastly, integration of microtransactions or utilization of real-world currencies to give players an advantage within the server. As previously mentioned, this morning Rockstar officially announced their acquisition of CitizenFX. And funny enough, the original creator of CitizenFX, who was blacklisted by Rockstar, is now technically an official employee. But why would Rockstar be interested in spending their time and resources into a project like CitizenFX when it already runs itself very well independently? Well, if we look at CitizenFX's announcement of the acquisition, we learn that their day-to-day operations won't change or won't have any noticeable differences. And they plan to utilize official resources with Rockstar support. Well, I believe there are a number of things Rockstar might be interested in doing with FiveM now that they've acquired it. As I previously mentioned, Grand Theft Auto 5 is consistently in the top 5 most popular games on Twitch. Therefore, a lot of eyes are constantly on the platform. And having more control with what is exactly being displayed and what people are playing could be for their benefit. Also, CitizenFX has multiple revenue streams, including its subscription service targeted to server owners and its affiliation with Zap Hosting. There are also a lot of ways they could increase revenue, similar to a product like GTA+. Lastly, though Rockstar has a reputation of being very against modding, this could be their first step in a first-party mod support system similar to Bethesda's. This would make sense, as one of the biggest issues Rockstar is going to run into is IP infringement. Therefore, a first-party mod hosting service would allow for better moderation and avoid possible lawsuits. Now, when the news broke, there were a lot of people, some joking, some not, tweeting out the potential of Rockstar buying CitizenFX simply to shut them down without having to sue. And that simply is just not the case. This isn't really the process they would have gone down if that was their intention, and they especially wouldn't have brought on the original founder just to mislead him. That's just not realistic. People also continue to bring up the fact that this means GTA 6 will have official roleplay servers supported by Rockstar on launch. Unfortunately, this also doesn't seem to be true, as CitizenFX themselves stated that their partnership with Rockstar is specifically to focus on FiveM and RedM, and they don't have anything to share about the next installment of the GTA franchise. That doesn't mean that they're not somehow involved, but as it currently stands, they claim their relationship is purely to work on things that they are already working on. So, if Rockstar Games brought on CitizenFX specifically to continue working on FiveM and RedM, now with official support from Rockstar, what kind of changes could we see? Firstly, now with official support that may allow easier access to the client, including the potential to have it through Social Club. This could even be taken a step further, and Rockstar could create a mod manager within Social Club similar to Fallout or Elder Scrolls. Not only this, but now that Rockstar is considered responsible for FiveM, you can expect to see a lot more regulations similar to the ones we got in November. However, these are likely going to be much more strict and heavily enforced. Due to the publicity of the acquisition, it's likely you will see fairly quickly that mods using real-world brands like iPhones or Lamborghinis will become inaccessible. The reason for this is because Rockstar would be profiting from FiveM, therefore using other companies' IPs would be illegal. Something that has already been an issue for FiveM in the past, where Coil, the owner of NoPixel, had to remove 40 vehicles due to them using real-world IPs. Now you must be thinking, places like Steam Workshop or Nexus Mods have millions of mods available to the community, some even using real-world IPs. However, the big difference between those and FiveM is the fact Rockstar will now be directly profiting off of each server and therefore the usage of mods. When a game like Gary's Mod uses an infringing IP, the owner of the intellectual property will send a letter to Valve known as a cease and desist requesting the removal of the content. Once they've received this letter, it doesn't take long for the asset to be removed from the workshop. However, FiveM doesn't use a central source for its mods. It comes from all over the internet, including places like GTA 5 mods and personally hosted websites, which means the responsibility of not using infringing IP falls onto the server owners and therefore Rockstar. There has been a lot of talk of new monetization opportunities Rockstar has now that they have FiveM. Though I don't believe this could happen anytime soon, it is very reasonable to think that a paywall behind the service could happen, and if they choose, they could even make it a first-party purchasable add-on to Grand Theft Auto 5. Or maybe they're just looking for a new reason to get you to buy GTA+. No matter the reason, you should be skeptical, as this is the company who has the reputation for literally hating its community modders. I'm personally not a big fan of this acquisition, especially with Grand Theft Auto 6 being so close. Could this have been their way of preventing 6M? I doubt it, but you should be very skeptical moving forward. But with that being said, that is my recap of Rockstar's acquisition of CitizenFX. Let me know your opinion on the situation and if you think the future is bright for FiveM. What kind of changes do you think Rockstar will make to FiveM? Do you think they're in good hands? Let me know your opinion on the situation and if you think the future is bright for FiveM. Also, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in the month of August, and I would really appreciate your support.